This is the mother of all questions. Why is there something rather than nothing? Why does the universe exist at all? Science is very good at how questions. We can ask how the universe expanded, how galaxies coalesced, how the elementary particles were created. But asking why is a much trickier question. In fact, this question is known as the fundamental metaphysical question, and different people have different responses to it. Aristotle, for example, argued that the question wasn't even worth asking, because in his view, the universe was eternal, stretching into the past infinitely. The universe exists because it has always existed. The same position was taken by philosophers and scientists before the Big Bang was discovered. Unfortunately for this position, we've seen that the universe has a beginning in time and space, before which it did not exist. Others, like a child insisting that his room isn't messy and so not in need of a tidy, took a complete bury your head in the sand approach. Atheist David Hume, for example, argued that maybe the universe doesn't even need a cause, while simultaneously accepting that everything in our experience indicates that it does. Another atheist philosopher, Bertrand Russell, had an even more blunt response. I should say, the universe is just there. That is all. Way to tackle the question, Bertie. A sound answer was, however, given by German mathematician, philosopher and polymath Leibnitz, who argued that the sufficient reason is found in a substance which is a necessary being bearing the reason for its existence within itself. In other words, the reason the universe exists is because it must have a cause in what is called a non-contingent entity. Something that itself is intrinsically uncaused. Something that, in his words, bears the reason for its existence within itself. Unlike the universe, which is a series of contingent cause and effects. You click this video, I started talking, you get the picture. But where do we go from there? We could ask ourselves, what kind of universe are we living in? Maybe that could give us an idea of the kind of non-contingent cause we're looking at. When we look at the universe, are we looking at a random mess? Are we looking at a universe that shows minimal organization and a whole lot of chaos? Because if that is the kind of universe we're looking at, then the uncaused cause, or non-contingent cause, we should be looking for should be something that is incapable of producing order, rules, or organization in the universe. And what kind of organization particularly? Well, how about the fact that the density of empty space, known as the cosmic energy density, is finely tuned to 60 decimal places to permit life to exist? As Barbara Ryden in her textbook Introduction to Cosmology points out, to change the mass of the sun by 1 in 60 decimal places, you would only have to add or remove 2 electrons. That's how precise we're talking about. And that's not the only value that's pretty finely tuned for life. Entropy, gravity, the strong force and weak quarks, and of course, the now famous cosmological constant, finely tuned to 120 decimal places. So if we're looking for the answer to the question, why does the universe exist, or why is there something rather than nothing, we've got to understand what kind of cause we're looking for. We're looking for a cause with 2 criteria. Firstly, non-contingency. In other words, an uncaused cause. And secondly, something that is capable of knowing how the laws of nature need to be finely tuned to produce life. So when Lawrence Krauss tells you that the fields of quantum mechanics are the ultimate cause of the universe, you now know that he's talking nonsense, because it fails on both counts. Firstly, quantum fields themselves are not eternal and are contingent causes. In other words, they aren't uncaused. Secondly, the quantum fields aren't capable of finely tuning the laws of nature to produce a life-giving universe. They don't care whether the universe is teeming with life or completely barren. They don't care whether the universe implodes after the moment of its birth or explodes so fast that all matter is scattered, preventing the formation of elementary particles. They don't care about any of that, because they can't care. They're just as impersonal and unknowing as the law of gravity or the law of electromagnetism. Saying that the laws of quantum mechanics produce the universe as the ultimate cause is as absurd as saying that a man who commits suicide by jumping off a high-rise building dies because of the law of gravity. It's short-sighted drivel. So there you have it. Why does the universe exist? Well, because an uncaused cause with knowledge of what creates a life-giving universe possessed the power and will to bring it into existence. Sounds a bit like what those old religious fogies have been saying all along, doesn't it? But still, the question stands. Why bring the universe into existence? The answer Islam gives is pretty simple. God says, I was a hidden treasure, and I desired to be known. Take it or leave it. There's no compulsion in religion.